Now, this is the concept called time value of money. Here's a question for all of you. 10 lakh rupees today or 10 lakh rupees 10 years later? What is your decision? If I give you a choice that Rihanna or Puntas, you can have 10 lakh rupees today versus I'll give you 10 lakh rupees 10 years later, what would you choose? Yes, Rihanna.
I would choose you can give me 10 lakh rupees 10 years later because I have money right now and I don't need extra money.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
if I would choose that you would give me 10 lakh rupees now, then I would not use it all. I would just like invest in it, and 10 years later I'll have the double of 10 lakh.
Okay, fair enough. So what is happening here is you will always choose the option of 10 lakh rupees now. Why? Because you can invest those 10 lakh rupees and 10 years later, those 10 lakh rupees that you invested now would be more, right? It could be 10 lakh rupees 10 years later would have much more value if you invest them right now. Whereas if you choose 10 lakh rupees like 10 years later, you get just 10 lakh rupees. Imagine inflation coming into picture. You know, the 10 lakh rupees today will value much more than what 10 lakh rupees would value 10 years later. That is the concept of time value of money. Your money loses its value with time. So you have to have, if you have the option of getting the money now, get it now, invest it, and the money will grow, right? That is what the concept of time value of money means. Now, time value of money has got certain basis. Okay, this concept has got certain basis and the majority basis of opportunity cost. Rihanna, tell me something. What would you be doing if you were not to attend this class right now? Imagine that there is no lecture today. What would you have done?
Like yesterday, there was no lecture, so I tried to finish most of my homework because there's a lot of summer homework. Otherwise, instead of this class, I would have gone and played a sport with my brother.
Yeah. So see, you had the alternative of doing certain things. Opportunity cost is basically the cost of next best alternative for more. That means if you're studying here, you are doing it at a cost of playing with your brother, right? Same, now apply the same concept in the case of money. You're putting your money in a bank account that is giving you 2% interest rate. What is the opportunity cost? You might put the same amount into a fixed deposit and earn 6% interest rate. Or you might actually buy something for that amount and you might enjoy the pleasure of that shopping. So these are certain alternatives. And with money, we have got so many alternatives. We have got so many investment options. You can buy stocks, you can buy certificates of deposits, you can buy gold, you can put your money in the bank to earn interest rate. So these are all alternatives. So while you are making any financial decision, you have to consider these two things. One is time value of money, that if you have the opportunity to have the money right now, get it, right? So that you can invest the money and the value of that money will increase in the later years, right? And second thing is opportunity cost. Never keep your money with yourself. Always invest it somewhere, so that what will happen, the value of that money will increase. Why? Because you have got alternatives. So now that I have got the alternatives, I'll choose the best alternative. That is what opportunity cost is, and it is the opportunity cost and time value of money both are underlining factors when you are getting into a saving and investment process. Okay, any doubts here? These topics were little heavy. I want to make sure that you have understood it. So now if I ask you 10 lakh rupees today or 10 lakh rupees 10 years later, what would be your answer? Yes, Rehanna.
Can you repeat what you said? Because my internet is a little lagging.
Okay, I just said 10 lakh rupees today or 10 lakh rupees 10 years later.
Today.
That's my girl today. Why? Because we know what time value of money is. We know what opportunity cost is involved. Okay. And then there are certain kinds of opportunity cost. So it is divided into two parts: financial opportunity cost and personal opportunity cost. I would tell your parents, hey, invest in a property, don't educate Rihanna. So what would they do? They might get a very good return by investing in property, but there is certain personal opportunity cost involved. They might lose their child, the chance of educating their child by doing that. So, you will always consider your time, health, and energy. You might be saving on your gym fees, you might be saving on your sports games fees. That's not what we are trying to achieve here. We're not trying to get frugal here. We're just trying to get money smart here. So whenever there is personal opportunity available, you'll never think of that, okay, instead of taking this class, I might save this money. No, because when you are educating yourself, that is also an investment. Consider it as an investment. So that is personal opportunity cost. You might not be eating this medicine today that you need, and tomorrow maybe the disease enlarges. You might suffer an even greater loss. So you'll never fall for these traps. Okay, whenever you need money, whenever it is about your needs, whenever it is about your immediate wants, let that spending, let that expenditure happen. And of course, there is financial opportunity cost that we just discussed. We'll invest in those assets which will fetch us the highest amount of return at the lowest amount of risk. Okay, so there are two types of opportunity cost. One, financial. How we are going to deal with it is highest amount of return at the lowest amount of risk. If we are getting this combination, go for it. And personal opportunity cost is think about your personal growth. Okay, never compromise.